The 11th chapter of Leviticus deals with the dietary laws. We don't have time to go into them at any great length. I will say that Milgrom has also argued that the dietary laws of Leviticus are similarly part of a symbol system that emphasizes life over death. This is the following evidence that he cites. The mainstays of the dietary laws are these. First, the prohibition against eating animal blood from Genesis 9, which symbolizes the life. We also, in Leviticus 11, meet dietary laws that are governed by criteria such as cud chewing and having a split hoof. You can only eat animals that chew the cud and have a split hoof. And those criteria seem arbitrary and meaningless in and of themselves, and he says they are. But look at their practical effect. That limits the number of animals that one can eat to a mere handful out of the hundreds upon hundreds of creatures on the earth. That basically leaves you with, my animal husbandry is not good here, but it leaves you with the bovine and the ovine classes. I guess ovine are goats and some such. So it leaves you basically with goats and sheep and cattle. Some have hypothesized that whatever the origin of various food taboos in Israel, the priestly texts have tried to create a dietary discipline that drives home the point that all life, shared also by animals, is inviolable, except in the case of meat which has been conceded by God, and provided that the animals are slaughtered properly, painlessly, and that their blood, which is symbolic of the life, is not appropriated but returned to God, its sacred source. So perhaps as it stands, the system of dietary laws does in fact emphasize reverence for life, but they also served another very important function, and that was the formation and maintenance of a differentiated ethnic identity, or in priestly parlance, the formation and maintenance of a holy people separated out from other nations by rules that mark her as God's people. It's surely significant that the dietary laws are followed by a powerful exhortation to be holy in imitation of God. Leviticus 11:43-45. So we've just had the prohibition of not eating certain kinds of small animals, designated here as anything that swarms. And the text says, "You shall not draw abomination upon yourselves through anything that swarms. You shall not make yourselves impure therewith, and thus become impure. For I, the Lord, am your God. You shall sanctify yourselves and be holy, for I am holy. You shall not make yourselves impure through any swarming thing that moves upon the earth. For I, the Lord, am he who brought you up from the land of Egypt to be your God. You shall be holy, for I am holy." Look how much this is emphasized. The dietary laws are presented by the priests, not as a hygienic regimen. Who knows if that's how they started? Not as a sensible way to avoid various diseases that are caused by the lack of refrigeration in the desert. Whatever the actual origin of these various dietary taboos, they are here embedded in a larger ideological framework concerning the need for the Israelites to separate themselves and to be holy like their God. The dietary laws are connected then with this theme of imitatio Dei, of imitation of God. As God is holy, separate and distinct, so you shall be holy.